EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's fine. Yeah. $319, $850.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
319!
This is Jones. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's fine, yeah.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
That's fine, yeah. Oko, over here. Hey, check 26.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. On 1st down, Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, 88.
On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. He spins free. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Black 22! Black 22! Richmond!
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Watch out.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down. 2 jet!
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Texans send the punter out. Back deep is Trevor Davis. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
Watson off play action. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson steps away to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to be Packer football. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Tiger.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Richmond. Check the backer. Tiger.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Reset.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Being chased out left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Miller. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build.
Who's trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll go with Foreman. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Richmond.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A nice little juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They begin with a run by Miller. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Reset. Hey, blue 80. Blue 80. Reset.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, here's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Reset. Come back. Check girls.
Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DJ Reader able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Clock's still rolling here, fourth down.
Yeah, they got to remember they cannot spike it. Fourth down, as you noted.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now the Packers get set to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Hey, 88, 88, 88. Run right. Four down. Jump out. Zoom. Over here. Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets it down to the 32. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for him, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 23. This is Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Richmond. Target.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Richmond. Check. Two jet. Red, green, the line.
Watson off play action. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Richmond.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of it, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 40 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On first down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air, Watson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On first down, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Richmond.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got Fuller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
319.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, 26. Get reset. Hey, easy.
Rodgers to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's fine, yeah.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now a play fake. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 63 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that.
He's got a man complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 75 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And now out comes Houston. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Watson on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. On second and 10, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the red zone now, Watson flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Back 22! Back 22!
Let's go, Pete. Gonna be a long day offense.
Third and long. It's Watson. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, 626!
Now Rodgers. He fights him off. Steps away to his left. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hey, let's go, come on.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
We are going.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And Crosby puts it through. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the 1st. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They come out here in the I.
26. Zoom.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller from 19 yards away, and the Texans get a bit closer. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught here by Griffin, and he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works, and they get the 2 instead of 1. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go, come on.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Powerful running, just bowling over tacklers. They still can't get it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
We are going. Jump out.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's fine.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Rodgers throwing here. The left side throw complete to Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rodgers to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
We are going. Strong right. Strong right. Back to north. We got to get this stop here, D.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Rodgers looking to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from Houston.